Hey, welcome back, and thank you for joining us again here at Beer Geek Beer Reviews. I've done this video before, and I try to do iterations of the beers that I have already had because something changes every single time that they brew a beer, whether it be part of the recipe or whether it be part of the brewing industry. Um, I was just getting into that with one of my fans or one of my friends here on Facebook and YouTube as well. And I wanted to kind of convey or portray that in said review only because of the fact that whether or not a beer is brewed specifically with the same ingredients, with the same malts, etc., same hops, yeast, whatever, it may or may not actually be the same beer from year to year. And that's what I'm taking a look at right at this point in time. I'm going to not only show off, this is the Samuel Adams Winter Lager for the 2017 beer season. Let me go through this and see. I'm going to actually, let's go ahead and pop this one open as well. I can do this one-handed if I need to be. But I would rather a decent... there we go. I would like a decent head for this beer. There we go. As you can see, I mean, if I put it in the light, it is that nice, clear, crisp, amber brown. It is definitely very, very carbonated. Let me go ahead and see if I can get that into the light so you can see it. There it is. It is got this glass. Let me go ahead and show off the glass. This is a Sam Adams Winter Lager glass. It has a snowflake shape nucleus site down at the bottom. And with that said, let me go ahead and find the best portion to go ahead and have this beer. It's definitely a criteria when you have a beer, you actually search the top of the glass and see if it actually has. If it doesn't have a niche up here at the very rim of the glass, if it doesn't have a bulbous niche or an indentation niche, then it doesn't really have a niche where you should be drinking from. Some actually do. Some have a portion of that top rim that you should actually have a drink from, because of the fact that when you're going to sip from there, it actually goes up and over. It's like kind of rounded, so it tips that beer towards your mouth more. And when it does that, it actually puts the beer on your tongue at a faster rate. And when it does that, it puts up the flavors from that beer into your palate faster. This beer is always a joy to have for me, because number one, I don't digress against lager style beers. Lager style beers are one of my favorite beers because number one, they're cool, they're crisp, they're clean, they're refreshing. Ales can be the same thing, but the lager seems to be a little bit more smoother. This one, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually made with cinnamon. It could be, I think it's nutmeg, it's orange peel, and maybe a little hint of cinnamon. It's kind of like the holiday spices with a little bit of orange peel at the same time. Overall, this is one of my favorite lagers to drink throughout the holidays. I kind of like relax against the Boston Lager because I will show you again. This is the Sam Adams. You know, this here is the Winter Classics sampler pack this year. And I don't digress. I stand back against the Boston Lager throughout the holidays, especially the colder months. And this is the one that I turn to because of the fact that, yeah, I got a friend right here that says the beer has great color, it's crisp, and it matches the winter, season. I mean, it's only October right now, and I don't digress against people that sit there and say that they're not going to drink these beers until it's colder. I get it, I really do. I wish that these beer companies would actually hold off longer until the holiday season. I wouldn't. I personally would not have a problem if they hold off giving these beers out or putting them on the shelf until 2 weeks prior to Thanksgiving, or even 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. It would honestly put the cold snap from the company, and I'm just going on Sam's company, it would put the cold snap on track with spring season. And I do get why they do it. I do understand why they do it, but at the same time, I'm just giving you my niches, my tidbits, and whatever. But here it is. This is the I will probably do also. I will do the Old Fezziwig for 2017 because I don't believe I did one for last year. And Old Fezziwig it's a traditional. It is a very good traditional style beer, especially for the holiday seasons. So, Prost, peace, Prost, deuce, and as always, I'm going to throw this one up to, any of my Sam's friends, any of my reviewers, any of my watchers. This beer is for you because of the fact that I do this for you guys. I do this specifically for you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this stuff at all. I would just kick back on my couch over there and I would watch Cheers always, and I would drink a ton of Boston Lager, and I would be happy. But other than that, here it is. Peace, Prost, deuce, and as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys like this video. Let me know if you guys like this beer. This beer is very smooth, very crisp, very clean, and it is very refreshing. So with that said, I absolutely will tell you, get out there and try this beer for this holiday. Even if you have not ever had a Sam's Winter Lager, at least give it a try. Come on, guys, give it a try. It's a classic. So, I'll see you guys again later. Deuces. Join me again for said beer in said glass. Peace, guys. Deuces.